Look here, you can see the shapes. Do you see this is hammer, do you see this is incus, this is stapes. Did you understand? My dear, you can see this, do you see, object, we took the special instrument and we, do you see, separated by special instrument from compact bony tissue, because we don't have individual this object. This is only space, which we did if we, do you see, from bony tissue produce this shape. This is cochlea, this is vestibule, these are semicircular canals which begin from vestibule by ampoules. You can see we did the sagittal section. Why sagittal section? Because it's placed like here. We did the sagittal section and we got this shape. Do you see this picture? You can see this is internal structure of the vestibule, this is internal structure of the semicircular canals, and this is cochlea. Listen to me. You can see this is compact bony tissue. Here you can see border of the bony canal. Do you see? This will be border of the bony canal, inside of which is placed membranosus canal. Membranosus canal repeats, do you see, the shape of the cochlea, but it into the 5 times lesser than the bony labyrinthis. And membranosus labyrinthis repeats together with ampoules, do you see, the shapes of the bony semicircular canals. There, do you see, vestibule is wider region. The membranosus labyrinthis, it doesn't repeat concretely its shape. It produces the sac, which connects by duct with cochlea, and it produces the uterus, which opens into the ampoules of the semicircular canals. Between sac and uterus is placed sacro-uterine duct. From sacro-uterine duct begins endolymphatic duct, which exits into the cranial cavity and ends by endolymphatic sac. Listen to me, when we studied with you the temporal bone, here is internal acoustic meatus, and here do you see depression? Yes. Do you see depression? And here we have external aperture of the cerebral aqueduct, of the vestibular aqueduct, excuse me. Here do you see from vestibule begins bony tube, do you see? Which is called vestibular aqueduct. From membranosus, do you see, from sacro-uterine duct begins endolymphatic duct, which passes through the vestibular aqueduct, do you see? And it exits into the cranial cavity, and here ends in this depression by endolymphatic sac. Inside, in the membranosus labyrinthis, is placed endolymph. Any fluid which is placed in our organism, it must be produced by some tissue, by some objects, and it must exit. Every time it must be changed. Did you understand? And endolymph and perilymph, through the 24 hours, they change by 4 times. 4 times. But the portion of the endolymph is 0.7 milliliters, 0.7 milliliters. The portion of the perilymph will be in 5 times more, the 3.5 milliliters. Did you understand? Now we described how endolymph comes into the endolymphatic duct. The walls, do you see, of the endolymphatic duct, they are very thin, transparent. And do you see from cranial cavity, here do you see joins dura mater, which through the walls absorbs the endolymph. No, so 0.7 milliliters, do you see, they will change by 4 times through 24 hours. You can see through 1 minute will be absorbed by dura mater 0.00001 milliliter. We cannot understand this absorption. Did you understand? Okay. You can see here, do you see, on internal side of the vestibule, you can see longitudinal depression. This is house for the location of the, for joining of the uterus. This is called ellipsoid recessus ellipsoidus. And it is covered by epithelial cells. This, do you see, is spheroid recessus for the joining of the sac. But this recessus and this recessus, they are covered from do you see, inside by epithelial cells which produce perilymph. Perilymph, do you see, by this opening, and this opening, it begins, it is located near the beginning of the cochlea. It is called cochlear canalicule. You can see here is external aperture of the vestibular aqueduct. Here is external aperture of the cochlear canalicule. Do you see? It directs below to the base of the skull. To the base of the skull, we have attaching of the muscles of the neck. Muscles are covered by fascias. Fascias from this canalicule of the cochlea will absorb the perilymph. The distant perilymph will exit here, will be produced by epithelial cells which cover the ellipsoid and spheroid process, and will exit by cochlear canalicule to the base of the skull, and here will be absorbed by fascias of the muscles of the neck. Did you understand? I explained you production and exit of the perilymph, and I explained you only exit of the endolymph. Production I will explain you later. Did you understand? The internal ear, it divides by function into the hearing part, which is cochlea, and into the equilibrate part, which will be vestibule and the semicircular canals. Listen to me. You can see here cochlea, do you see, starts from vestibule and rotates 2.5 times. 2.5 times. And it rotates around of the axis. But axis, this is not a very concrete, juicy vertical stick. This will be pyramid. And this pyramid has name mediolus. Mediolus. Listen to me. From vestibule begins the bony plate and enters into the cochlea and rotates around of the mediolus. Try to find the papers in my table. In my table, try to find any papers. Do you have any papers, no? 3 papers, give me. Oh, only schemes, my dear. Last time I had the white. Try to look at another. Yesterday I brought A4. My dear, for me is also too. This will not help me. Oh, give me. Okay. Look here. This is mediolus. It is formed by compact tissue, but this compact tissue is perforated from above to below, like this pyramid, by, do you see, longitudinal canals? By longitudinal canals. They pass through the distance of the mediolus from tip to base, and do you see here, you can see their openings. Do you see? Longitudinal canals of the mediolus. You can see, you can see around of the mediolus, do you see, from vestibule, do you see, rotates. Do you see spiral membrane? Do you see this spiral membrane? It, do you see, rotates around of the mediolus, and it is formed by 2 plates. Do you see? Spiral lamin, do you see? It is formed by 2 plates. And between 2 plates is space. This space open, do you see, outside by opens. The upper plate connects compactly, do you see, with mediolus, and lower. Do you see? And this, do you see, space, this space, it, do you see, by different, it, do you see, rotates, spiral lamin, do you see, it rotates around of the mediolus 2.5 times. And 2 plates join to the mediolus. But When do you see it comes to the tip of the medullus, it doesn't join. It doesn't join. Here will be space which is called helicotrema. Now, for example, I will travel here, and I will jump below by this helicotrema. You can see this is spiral lamin. Spiral lamin. If you remember, this, do you see, is membranosus labyrinthis. Membranosus labyrinthis has 3 walls. 3 walls. This is membranosus labyrinthis. Do you see? Membranosus labyrinthis, do you see, by, do you see, tip of triangular shape connects with spiral lamin. Inside, in the membranosus labyrinthis is placed perilymph. Listen to me, spiral lamin and membranosus labyrinthis, which by, do you see, acute angle connects with spiral membrane, put, do you see, it is placed inside in the bony labyrinthis. Do you see, in the bony labyrinthis. When it's placed inside in the bony labyrinthis, lateral wall of the membranosus labyrinthis connects with bony labyrinthis. And here is very important, do remember, when I go above, do you see, I cannot jump below because this wall connects with bony wall. And do you see, I will go to the tip of the heart above than the spiral lamin and membranosus labyrinthis. Here I will go below. And below I will come by lower wall of the bony labyrinthis. Did you understand? You can see when, do you see, through the fenestra vestibuli, we push perilymph. Perilymph can go only above than the spiral lamin and membranosus labyrinthis. Did you understand, Sharuch? Through the helicotrema, through the space, it continues below than the spiral lamin, do you see, and membranosus labyrinthis, and do you see, will go to the vestibule. Did you understand? But here will be mobility of the perilymph. But look please here, this is bony labyrinthis. It has strong walls. And bony labyrinthis, it includes perilymph. We will take, for our example, glass for the drinking. Yeah? Glass bottle for the drinking. And listen to me, we'll locate water, and water will be till upper border of the glass. Do you see? And we will close, do you see, by plastic or by glass plate, do you see? And we'll rotate. We will not have mobility. Because, do you see, very, do you see, compact location of the water, it accords the volume of the glass. Do you see? We will take the same glass with water. We will take the rubber glove. We'll expand very large. We'll do you see, connect by threads, and we will rotate. Glass will expand because we will have mobility of the water inside in the glass. Yes, the same situation here. Do you see? Here we will, do you see, press the perilymph by stapes, and it can go, do you see, above to the helicotrema and opposite, because here will be another window. This window will be on the beginning of the cochlea. It's called fenestra cochlea, cochlear window, and it is closed by very elastic membrane. This is called secondary membrane, because about primary we will think like about tympanic. And this will be secondary membrane. When, do you see, stapes pushes, do you see, the perilymph, do you see, will expand this membrane because can be mobility. Did you understand? You can see the following. If we will take the cochlea and we will do you see, the section through the cochlea. We will do, this is cochlea, this is spiral membrane, and here must be, do you see, membranosus labyrinthis. This is spiral membrane with space inside, do you see? And here we have, do you see, attaching of the bony labyrinths and spiral membrane. You can see bony labyrinths and spiral membrane. Did you see? You can see. Now we will do the section, frontal section of the cochlea. And we will get, these are loops of the bony labyrinths, 2 half rotations. Do you see? Here will be mediolus. Here will be spiral membrane inside of which is space. Did you understand? And here I draw. Who has any yellow or another marker? Not soft, very soft.